Alright guys, so fresh out the pack, this is how the hair looks. It is 24 inches. So basically I don't really want it this long, so I am going to be cutting the hair, of course, a little bit below where the pink begins, where the purple ends and the pink begins, just so I can get a good length, because I don't want it to be too short. So I'm just going to cut the hair right there, and then after cutting it, I'm going to feather the ends. Of course, feathering the ends is going to give you like a nice layered look instead of having blunt ends. So after pulling the ends out a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and install the hair. Now I already have my crochet needle in. I'm just basically going to pull the hair through. This is how I did the rest of the hair. I'm going to pull the hair through the loop like regularly, and I'm just going to make sure that after I pull it through, I give it a tie. You can tie it twice, but with straight hair it's a bit difficult to pull off the tying part, because sometimes you tie it twice and it just ends up unraveling. So one tie is good enough. But for the knotless part, this is how I do it. I basically pull the hair through the cornrow, and then I pull it through one side about 3 more times. So I'm just pulling it through the loop one side only, and this is what creates the knotless invisible kind of part. And I'm going to show you guys one more time. I basically pull the hair through regularly at first, right? You pull the loop, and then through the loop I'm going to pull one side through at least 3 times. Sometimes when you try to go more than 3 times, the hair gets tangled, so 3 is good enough. And basically just doing this close enough together, and also doing not too bulky of amounts, will make it look nice and seamless. So that's what you need. After putting in all the hair, this is how it looks. I would recommend going in right after and blow drying the hair, even after combing out the excess hair that's there. So this is what I'm doing, and the blow drying will make it a lot flatter. However, my blow dryer was broken, so right here I'm just combing through the hair to make sure it's not tangled, and also to get rid of any excess hair that hasn't been attached to a cornrow. Alright, and I'm just going to set my flat iron to heat up because I am going to be straightening it. Now what I'm doing is just trimming the hair to a even length, because as you guys can see, some pieces are shorter than others, and I do want everything to be on the same length. So I'm just trimming it to make sure that it's, you know, basically like almost a blunt cut. I'm gonna start straightening it now. So I did heat my flat iron to 310, either 310 degrees Fahrenheit or 330 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm not sure. I think it was 310 degrees Fahrenheit. So it was pretty hot. My flat iron does go up to about 400 and something. So I know that the 310 was definitely not enough, but I was trying to play it safe, because of course it is synthetic hair, so you don't want to burn it. But I can say it can definitely safely take up to 330 degrees. Probably more, about 400, and that's fine as long as you pass very quickly. And I did try to use a chase comb method as well, but I was in a hurry doing this, guys, so it wasn't like 100% neat. As you guys can see, it still basically looked the same, but it was a lot softer though. So I'm just layering the hair now to kind of get rid of some of the thickness at the top and kind of frame my face at the same time, because it is a lot of hair. It doesn't really matter which way you install this, it sometimes does come out to be a whole lot. So I'm just trimming it down so that it's not too bulky and it just doesn't look too trolly, if you know what I mean. So I'm just trimming it down all around, at the back, at the front, the sides, and you know, just trying to create a little bit of a layered effect. And then after doing that, I'm going to go back in with the flat iron to kind of give it a little bit of a crimp slash curled look at the ends. And of course, I was too impatient to wait for this to happen because I didn't want to turn my flat iron up for some weird reason. So I just basically just worked with what I had. And as you guys can see, it does take a while to, you know, for the curls to form. But I just did one side, and now I'm using some Gorilla Snot to just lay my edges, so that the texture of my own hair is kind of matching with the texture of the crochet braids, and you know, creating a bit of baby hair as well. Hey guys, alright, so that was basically how I installed the hair, and this is how it's looking after. And And crochet braids is a type of style that you have to kind of grow into, in terms of, especially when it's a straight crochet braid style. It gets better as it gets older. The longer you've had it in, the better it looks. This right here is a budget friendly hairstyle. Alright, it takes a little time, but it is budget friendly and it does last you for as long as you want. And the good thing about having straight hair crochet braids is that if you want it straight, you can keep it straight. If you want it curly, you can curl it, and you can also straighten it again. It's just like having weave. Really and truly, there is no difference. And if you want the knotless part for it to look like it's going out of your head, you can do that as well, and that's what I went ahead and did. So let me just tell you guys about the hair and the details on the hair. This hair is by Xtrend Hair. It's a AliExpress store. They have two stores. They have a hair store and a makeup store. So it's all under the brand of Xtrend. So there's Xtrend Hair and Xtrend Beauty. What they have available are beauty products as well as hair. Alright, so they sell like makeup brushes, makeup, hair accessories, hair like weave and different type of synthetic type of hair. And they also sell units, and their prices are crazy. It's very, very affordable. Now this pack of hair, I'm going to tell you guys how much it goes for right now. So the price ranges from $3.69 a pack to $4.45 a pack, and I guess that depends on the color. This is the Xtrend Ombre KANEKALON Jumbo braids crochet hair. You can also use this for box braids. It's the same type of hair. It's just that this one is ombre from a black to a purple down into a bubblegum pink. This is their catalog of colors, guys. They have 60 colors available. So they have different types of ombre textures, from like a 2-tone ombre to a 3-tone ombre, like 4 colors on one hair. It's crazy. They have a lot. So if you guys are thinking about box braids or anything like that, you can also use this hair for that. And again, it is the Xtrend Ombre KANEKALON Jumbo Braid Crochet Hair. It's 24 inches, 100 grams. It's synthetic braiding hair. And yeah, it has a wide range of colors. So they also sent me this really cool brush set that is like a dupe for the oval brushes. So if you guys like these type of brushes, then you can definitely go ahead and check out the website. The link for the brushes will also be down below in the description bar. And I have used one of these brushes. I haven't used all of them. I do plan to use them though in a tutorial coming up soon, so stay tuned for that to see how they manage, you know, the work, to see if they're good or not. But the brand, of course, is Leave-In. That's the brand on it. As you guys can see, previously I showed you guys how the hair came packaged, in terms of the amount that you get in there, and I got 5 packs. I ended up using basically 4.5 packs. I'm going to show you guys what I have left. Alright, so of what I have used, this is what I have left. So basically half of a pack. So basically to install it, I did go ahead and have a braid pattern, which I've showed you guys before. I went ahead and braid down my hair, and then I just crocheted all the way coming up to the top. And once I got here, this is the only difference. You can also do this in a U part and have leave out around the edges and everything. There's a lot you can do with this hair, guys. And what I ended up doing is 24 inches. So I think I cut it down to about 14 inches. Yeah, I think I cut it down to about 14 or 15 inches. And this is how it looks in the back. This is how it looks in the back. It's nice and full. I love the texture, and it's not like plasticky. That's what I really love. It's not plasticky at all. It just really looks like texlaxed hair, or hair that has been flat ironed if you're natural or something like that. And of course, as usual, one side of my hair always participates more than the other side because I'm right-handed. So when I do curl it though, that way I won't have to worry about one side looking better than the other side, because the method that I use for curling, you guys will see that later on if you haven't seen it already in my old videos. But the method that I use for curling is just pretty thorough, and I absolutely love this color. I never think I would have ever tried pink hair. I wanted to try it with like a lace wig or something, but I love the way this looks, and this way I get to do it affordably without investing in like an expensive unit and then end up not liking it, you know. So I think this is a very good alternative to a lace wig or anything like that, and it still looks very natural. I haven't done a knotless part on myself in a long time, so I was kind of like, you know, frustrated with the whole process, but this is how it came out. does look pretty good, but it can look a lot better. So I was basically juggling my install because I had a lot doing at the time, and so I installed some first, like last night, and then now I'm installing the rest so you guys could see it on camera. But I love how the hair came out. As I said, I know it's going to look a lot better once I have, you know, kind of grown into it a little bit. I've done straight hair crochet braids before, and I know what it can look like, so I know it will look 100% better after I've had it in a bit, and also after I have curled it, because I do plan to curl it, and I will be making a video about that. Alright, so look out for that tutorial, and if you're watching this after, of course it's going to be linked down below in the description bar. But yeah guys, I really just wanted to come on here and tell you guys about this hair. Let me know what you think about the color down below. Would you try something this bold? And if you were to rock a ombre type of hair, tell me what would be your color range. What would you go for if you're going to go for a color? Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and also hit the subscribe button if you haven't hit it yet. Alright, don't forget to check out Xtrend Hair. Thanks so much for watching this video today guys. I love you so much. Until next time, stay naturally beautiful. Bye.